Think about it. Most retailers are out there burning through billions of dollars trying to attract customers with flashy advertising, lightning-fast shipping, and constant sales. But Costco does something completely different. It actually asks customers to pay before they can buy a single thing. In an era completely dominated by Amazon's digital convenience and Walmart's massive scale, Costco somehow managed to create a totally different kind of retail empire. So how on earth did a company with fewer products defeat some of the biggest retailers on the planet? Let's dig in and find out.
It really comes down to one big question. Why would millions of people pay a company just for the privilege of shopping there? I mean, on the surface, asking people to hand over their hard-earned cash just to walk through the front doors should drive them away, right? It literally breaks every traditional rule of retail.
And yet the reality is absolutely staggering. Over 100 million people worldwide happily pay this upfront fee. In a world where you can get almost anything delivered right to your couch in a matter of hours, a massive chunk of the global population eagerly chooses to get in their cars, drive to a giant concrete warehouse, wait in long lines, and buy their everyday goods in massive bulk.
Part 1. The billion-dollar psychology. The membership model. To really understand Costco, you have to realize that they aren't actually selling you products first. They are selling a concept.
It's basically a genius hack on the human brain, known as commitment psychology. When you hand over $60 for that piece of plastic, your brain makes this subtle, subconscious shift. You aren't just a casual shopper anymore. You're a member of an exclusive club. And suddenly, you feel this overwhelming need to shop there just to earn your money back.
And it works incredibly well. 90%. Almost no other business on earth commands a 90% voluntary retention rate. Those membership fees generate billions in pure, high-margin profit for the company before a single flat-screen TV or giant pack of paper towels is ever even sold.
Now, this empire didn't just appear overnight. It started back in 1976 with a guy named Saul Price and his Price Club, which laid the groundwork for a pretty radical new philosophy, selling high-quality products at bare minimum margins. So, when Jim Sinegal and Jeffrey Brotman launched Costco in 1983 and later merged with Price Club a decade later, they proved that a relentless focus on this membership model could scale all across the globe.
Part 2. The secret of less. The limited choice strategy. Because while every other retailer was obsessing over giving you endless options, Costco did the exact opposite. Picture walking down a normal grocery store aisle. You might be staring at 20 different brands of ketchup. It's exhausting, honestly. It causes massive decision fatigue. Costco, they give you maybe 2 options. They do the curating for you. By offering dramatically fewer choices, including their absolute powerhouse private label Kirkland Signature, they eliminate that fatigue. You buy it because you trust their curation, and that drives unbelievable sales volume for those specific items.
Part 3. The supply chain machine. Keeping prices incredibly low. You see, the psychological magic of the membership only holds up if the physical infrastructure behind it can actually keep pace.
Since they only stock a limited number of items, they're able to buy an absolute massive bulk directly from suppliers. Then they strip away all the fancy, expensive store displays, leave the goods sitting right on the raw shipping pallets, and turn their inventory over with terrifying speed. In many cases, they've actually sold a product to you before they even have to pay the supplier for it. It's wildly efficient.
And we definitely can't talk about Costco without talking about the ultimate loss leader. They intentionally bleed money on staples like their legendary $4.99 rotisserie chicken. They refuse to raise that price because they know it acts like a gravitational pull, getting you through those giant sliding doors. You come in for a cheap dinner and boom, you leave with a $300 cart full of higher margin goods.
Part 4. The employee's secret. In the retail industry, worker turnover is notoriously high and wages are often notoriously low. But again, Costco completely flipped the script.
Their high-wage model seriously slashes turnover and creates a stellar customer experience on the warehouse floor. But to be totally objective, we have to look at the full picture here. Paying employees significantly above the industry average obviously means higher operating costs. Plus, pushing consumers to buy perishables in huge bulk quantities inevitably raises some very real environmental and waste concerns. And we can't ignore that the upfront membership fee creates an undeniable barrier for lower-income shoppers who could actually benefit the most from those savings.
Part 5. Costco versus Amazon and Walmart. Because this isn't just a simple battle over prices anymore. It's a global war of entirely different retail philosophies.
Think about how these giants operate. Amazon wants to deliver everything to your doorstep in hours using cutting-edge e-commerce tech. Walmart leverages its immense global scale to offer everyday low prices on just about everything. Costco? They refuse to play either of those games. Instead, they fiercely defend their territory by offering a highly curated, physical treasure hunt that is built entirely on trust and the membership experience.
Part 6. The Hidden Challenges. Look, no empire is totally invincible. As we look toward 2030 and beyond, this physical retail giant is facing some pretty unprecedented modern risks.
E-commerce is relentlessly eating into physical retail. And as Costco expands internationally, they're crashing into entirely different cultural shopping habits. But honestly, their biggest threat might just be a younger demographic that was raised on instant digital gratification. I mean, how do you convince a generation that's used to just tapping a screen for a delivery that driving to a concrete warehouse is actually worth their Saturday afternoon?
When you really boil it all down, Costco's greatest invention wasn't a giant warehouse at all. It was trust. In an era where corporate business models are so often engineered to extract your money as fast as possible, Costco somehow managed to convince the world that they are actually on your side.
Sometimes the biggest businesses are built not by selling more, but by understanding people better. That really is a profound business truth. It proves that it's not always about having the flashiest app or the most items on a shelf. It's about deep psychological alignment with the consumer.
So can physical retail warehouses really survive the digital age? Or is the psychology of the membership model simply unstoppable? Next time you flash that little plastic card at the door, you'll know exactly what kind of machine you're walking into.
Thanks for watching World Decoded. Make sure to like and share, subscribe, and stay curious.